Good evening, guys. Am I audible and visible clearly? Good evening, guys.
Yes, sir.
Am I audible and visible? Yeah. Thank you, Zafarji. Prasad is also there. So we'll start sooner. Your colleagues or the peers would join. Okay. Just we'll start around. Thank you. Sanish, are you here?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, see, your wish has been fulfilled. Last time you asked for sequel, and see, there's a today is the lecture is on sequel only.
Yes, yes,
Can
yes.
you? So I thought of fulfilling the wish at least once a time. Yeah, Kailash Damodarji, how are you? You are on mute, Kailashji. You are on mute. Please unmute yourself.
Yes, yes. I'm good. How are you?
Yeah, I'm too good. You can see every weekend my energy. If you would have joined the class, yes or no?
And this is my first class actually.
Oh, really? Then you would have a good introduction as well as the uh, maintenance of the aura of the class. Be there in class and you would enjoy it. But
Yes,
you
yes,
have to see
definitely.
in my class, Kailash, the thing is, in my class, people has to do certain homework. So when I used to
Yeah,
give certain instruction, then please do jot it down. Do not only be
definitely,
dependent upon
definitely.
the recordings. Yes. Thank you. Betsy, Samuel, how's the progress going on?
Hello, sir. Good evening, sir.
Betsy, Samuel, if you are here. Good evening.
Yes,
Good
sir.
evening. How's the progress?
Going good, sir.
I'm saying going good. Okay. So, okay. What company do you belong to? Means what type of work do you do?
So I'm a nurse. I'm working in Qatar, HMC hospital.
Okay, nice. So, see the motivation, guys. Ki being in a medical domain, and she is now motivated to learn the technology which assists in her medical oriented task. So, what was the motivation, Betsy, joining the classes and learning from here?
It's improved in my career growth, sir. Actually, because I was interested to learn this one for my promotions and all. So that's why I joined MBA actually in healthcare sector. But now this really it was very helpful for me for many things related to my
Good.
job.
Nice to hear that, Betsy. I'm really grateful to God that He has given me that opportunity to serve you guys. So I'd be
Thank you,
really,
sir. Thank you, sir.
yeah, thank you so much. If anywhere any type of doubt occurs related to my field or any field where things could work, do not hesitate to ask.
Definitely, sir. Definitely.
Yeah, thank you. So I think I should start the class, let the people join one after the other. So right today, as we all know, that the topic is as a very newer one to all of you. It includes the SQL. You must have heard that topic, structured query language. It's not as similar to Python. I'll just give you the demonstration for the same. So let me share the screen and start the class. Screen visible?
Yes,
Yes,
yes, yes, yes, sir.
Okay, 1 second. One second, I'm resharing the screen because the Microsoft Word has stuck while opening the other file. Give me a moment. Okay. Says the word is not responding. Fine, no worries. Then close it. If it is not responding, close the program. Sometimes error or the bugging happens in the runtime. So this is the runtime we are learning the thing. So even when you run the code, you want to start in a safe mode. Yes. When you run the code, then also sometimes things goes wrong and you feel mesmerized or say shocked. Okay, what has happened? How should I respond? What could be the possible answers for the same? But then you realize, then okay, be patient and let the technology take the stake. Okay, if I use this, not opening. Okay, let me open the another Microsoft Word because I was supposed to continue in the same, but in Eduwing Education only, but it is not allowing me to open for the time being. It's all right. Open a on a new Microsoft Word document, create say SQL for and open it. And I literally love this background which the Microsoft 11 has given to all of us. Can you see this draw? And going to have the format background, page color, black, and do whatever you can do with this. Yeah, good to go. Thank you. Fine. So sooner I write SQL, and you know the meaning of SQL is the structured query language I'm writing for you. But I want to ask from you, how many of you have listened it, I mean, heard it somewhere, or worked over it, or is this the language your institute supports in either format, either IT or infrastructure, cloud infrastructure must I call, because infrastructure should not be considered with the buildings infrastructure, or in any format? Does your organization supports SQL? Yes or no?
Yes,
Your
sir.
answers? Yes. How come? Give me the answers. How come?
Actually, we are using an access control system here, ALV. There are also many database and access transaction. We are using SQL.
Fine. So you said one term called database and transactional data. Am I correct, Sanish?
Yes, there is many of the things.
Like,
Alarm, many of the alarm, the door held open,
okay, I'm
valid.
writing everything, whatever you are saying. Just utter it, whatever you know.
Actually, I am not. I don't know 100%. Just I heard many things from.
That is the thing. No, I'm
Yes,
asking
yes,
you just whatever you have in your memory, even a piece regarding SQL, just utter it such that everybody should learn about it.
yes, yes.
Alarm. Have you heard schema?
No, sir.
No. Tables inside
Tables,
database.
yes, insert table, insert arrow tables.
Yeah, yeah. Insert a row. You said insert a row. Yes?
And select, delete.
Yes, yes. You heard like select from where.
Yes, yes,
Yeah, yeah. So see, these are the commands, Sanesh, or all
yes.
of you. Whatever
Mm.
Sanesh told, these are the commands. Insert into, and these are the things over which the commands are required to be operated. So this is one of the aspect. And so if I start from say beginning, so I can say, suppose let's imagine certain thing and then try to understand that why SQL is required actually. If you are not directly talking to me, please unmute yourself. Anas speaking, please mute yourself if you are not talking. So let's imagine a situation. You are sitting at a place and say you are having a door, and outside the door there are certain books kept on a shelf, books kept on a shelf, and you want those books to be kept over the table beside you. Okay, this is the task. So when you provide such task to any any language, say whether it's a Python, Java, C, C++, whatsoever is the language, you give instructions. You say, you would say, stand up, go to the gate, go towards gate. Why it is not moving up? Oh, again the same problem. One second. Let me let it down. One second. If I just want my cursor. Okay, why the cursor is not coming? Let me increase the number of pages and continue the discussion thereafter. Yeah, Fazil Rabi want to say something. Meanwhile, Fazil Rabi, please unmute yourself and speak up. Fazil Rabi, you have raised your hand. Please speak up if you want to say anything. Fazil Rabi is not here. Fine, no worries. So if I say you stand up, you would go towards the gate, cross the gate, uh, take book from shelf, come back into the gate, and finally keep books over the table. This is how the commands are given. So first command, second command, third command, fourth and fifth command. So can anybody give me a guess that what has happened here? When we provide a step-by-step command, what do we call it? You have already learned Python. What do we call when we give commands? Yes, answer me.
It will be compiled.
Okay, what Janji, can you please repeat? It will. Yusuf has told or Janji has told? Jan Mathai.
Yeah, the program will compile that commands.
Okay, the program will compile that command. And may I say, Jan Mathai that it will compile step by step algorithmically?
Yes, structured.
Structured, it's a structured form. And may I call it algorithm
Yes,
driven, algorithm driven. Yes or no? Yes, because
yes.
it is step by step. So such languages where instructions are given, steps are given to perform any task, that those languages are called procedural languages. Procedural language. And all the OOPS and non-OOPS languages are usually procedural language. Means we ask them to do certain tasks, and in what fashion we want them for those things. We either define the function, we used to say go for loops, conditions, and provide the structure to the code. But SQL is not of a kind. When you want to let your SQL work, you would directly say keep books over the table. You would say keep books, or you might say keep books from the shelf, because you need to declare where from. Keep books from the shelf over the table. And here I mean physical table. So this last line has actually given a command to the person who is being seated over there. So such things are called declaration. It has declared how you want to do it. It hardly matters. Am I understood or no? Have you seen SQL is not giving any algorithm, no steps, nothing, but only the final thing. Do it. I don't know how. Is this understood?
Yeah.
Yes or no? Okay. So such languages is called declarative language, my dear. Declarative language. So don't you think that it is pretty easier than going into the procedural writing piece of codes, although you will get a piece of codes in SQL as well, but relatively it would be easier rather than going for procedural algorithm driven languages. So this is how to understand the SQL. Some people have given a chat. Okay. Thank you, Kailash. Thank you, Sajid Salim. You have not. Uh, I am not listening the voice. Fazil, if you are not able to listen to me, check your connection because everybody else can listen to me. So first thing, whenever we declare, because now as promised, I am using such quality of the mic that even it is cancelling the noises from my neighborhood. So I think now I'm not at fault.
Yes, your voice is clear.
Somebody again messaged me. Yeah, it should be clear. Else I would return this. Okay. Thank you. Now Fazil saying, okay, sir. Thank you. Thank you, Fazil. You may lower your hand. Actually, it gives me a signal. Okay, somebody is asking something. Or may I lower from here? Let me check. 1 second. Fazil. Has Fazil been removed? Is Fazil? Fazil is there. Okay, fine. Okay, so first thing to note that yes, SQL is a declarative language, and this is the language to communicate with database. Now, like we are communicating via the common language, that is the English here. You communicate via the Arabic or the Hindi or Urdu or whatever language you are comfortable in. And you have a certain locality, people, number of people, associated neighborhood, your professional and personal circle where the communication happens, and you share a common set of language. Hence, in a similar fashion, SQL is one of the language which database understand. Is this clear? Database do not understand Python, but database understands SQL command. Suppose if I say, okay, I understand, say, Bengali. Suppose here in India we have multiple languages. Bengali is one of the language. I understand Bengali, only Bengali. I do not know other than that. Then in that case, is it be possible to communicate in the classroom if I utter Bengali all the time? Then it would be either a mess or a one-sidedness. Yes, Anish?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah. So similarly, to whom to communicate, the key should be clear that what does the person understand. Like some people understand the language softness in the language. Some people understand that whenever they are hit hard, then only they understand the things. I'm giving the real examples of life. Some people are neither required to say anything, just give them an indication, they would understand well. So the type of language anybody understand, you should know to communicate. Then only you would be fast and forward in life. Similarly, when you want to do the chit chat communication to the database, the language it understands is SQL, at least for the time being. You should try to understand this. So why I'm being more elaborative over the language? Why? Because if you do not understand what the database understand, then database won't be able to communicate with you, whatever you want to take out of it. But the question is, what is database? Anybody with any guess? What do you mean by database? See the name and try to answer. Yes.
Database is storage data.
Okay.
It's a collection of
storage
Information storage data.
Okay, Sanesh is saying storing the data. Jen Mathai is saying collection of information. Am I correct, Janji?
yes.
Okay. Both of you are correct in your own way. But it's a half truth. Why half truth? Storing the data could happen, collection of the information could happen. They both happen over the memory. Very correct. But what is the structure? What is the structure?
Organize the collection of electronic structured data, organize the collection of data.
Thank you, Sajadji. Sajad has given an answer. Organizational structure. Organizational structure. So say if you all are right now an employee to a company, so all the company should have at least employees details. In an HR, all the employees are there with every detail for an employee would be there, like an employee ID. Employee ID. Second thing, first name, name of the employee, first and last name. Give me the possible things which could be stored for an employee.
Designation.
Designation.
Employee
Very
number.
good.
Employee number, date of joining.
Date of joining, DOJ. Employee number, buddy, I have given here, employee ID. Kelazi, employee ID.
Yes.
Yeah,
Access
date of
control
joining,
branch number.
Salary.
Location.
age, registration.
Salary.
Sorry, what? Salary. Very good. Salary is the most important thing. Yes. Next. Gender.
Benefits.
Grade.
Perks. Now Abdav ji has landed. It's called perks. Thank you. Benefits. Somebody also given some other answer.
Vacation due.
My goodness. People are going for vacation. Vacation due means multiple things for which an employee used to get served. So don't you think, say, most of you have given almost more than 60% of the data. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, almost 11 data you have indicated me for an employee, which is stored in a memory, which we call it a data, no, which is stored in a memory, which we call a table. It is stored in a table, in a row and column format. So table looks like this. These are the number of observation called rows, and these are called columns. So why I have see, somebody has given me a very good answer, that structure of the database is organizational structure. It could be understood in a two way. One, that structure is organized means the table in which the data is stored, if I change the color, in which the data is stored, say first part of the table always have employee ID. That is very unique. Second column of the table will definitely have first name. Then you go for last name, and so on and so forth. Till this 11th column, 11th attribute would be something else. So you have given as a column a very unique kind of thing which is not repeated in another column. First thing. And these are the observations for number of unique people who work in an organization. So can anybody give me a honest answer? Is it a relation? Is it deploying certain relation amongst variable or feature or no? Excuse me. Is this tabular representation represent relation amongst feature or no? Yes.
Yes, it is the same thing
Yes.
what you are saying, because employee ID will be unique, then observation will be the numbers like 190, 3070,
Yes.
191, 171, like this.
Very good, Kailash. Very good. So it means whomsoever the employee ID is given, he or she must be having the first name, he or she must be having the last name, he or she must be having an age, then gender, then what's called, what other thing we have discussed in the above head. It means whatever, yes, Fazil, thank you. Whatever entry is being happening is related to the other or the same row. Hence, the data stored in a table. Now I'm giving a statement. Data stored in a table is relational data. First thing. Do not mistakenly read it rational data. Sometimes the mind read it. Relational data. And these relational data is stored in table, and when multiple relational tables exists in a system, exists, must I call it, in a memory, then this collection of multiple relational table is called database. Yes, your queries, please. Am I understood or no? Guys, have you seen how we have carry forwarded our journey from the data, then the table, then multiple tables, which is called a database? Yes, yes, Fazil, want to ask something? Fazli Rabi.
No, sir, no, sir. I completely understand.
Okay, thank you. So I think it must be understood to you that whenever certain data are entered into the table, we call it relational data. And when one table is attached to another table and then attached to another table, say suppose, let me give an example. Say the table one, because see, one table will not have everything, mind it. Table one consists of uh, department wise employee list, and table 2 contains salary of the departments, salaries of all the departments. Understand? And it would be, say, organization wise. Say first you have, say suppose you are having almost around say 20 departments. So this would be department 1, department 2 till 20th department, and salaries of all the departments. Similarly, you also might have uh, the fund anticipated for appraisal. When the appraisal happens, that fund has to be managed by the HR only. So this fund has to be anticipated fund, we call them. So for this, one more table. For any other task, say suppose any CSR activities to be done, means the corporate social responsibilities of all the organizations, all the big organizations, they take the responsibility. For that, one more table would be there. For appraisal, there is one table. For what else? For every month salary credit, there's one table. So I mean to say, when these tables occur, they either occurs in a horizontal fashion or in a vertical fashion. Vertical fashion means likewise. So it is either a vertical stack, one table over other, over other, over other, over other, over other, or it is a horizontal stack. But the point is, they all are connected to each other. So whenever such tabular relation happens, then we call it a collection of relational tables. We call it database. And when this database is usually defined as relational database management. Have you heard this term? System. You must have heard RDBMS. Yes or no?
Yeah, yes, we had.
So this RDBMS, sir, is relational database management system. Now, may I expect the picture should be clear? What is there inside RDBMS? Yes or no? All of you. Mohammad Zafar, Muzammil, Abdul, Amal, Betsy, Abdauji, Kumar Chandra, Prasad, Senthil. Your answer, please. If you have a doubt, please ask right now. Okay. People are responding in chat. Fine. So if this is the scenario, whatever we have discussed till time, SQL, then table, then relational table, then multiple tables arranged in either vertical stacks or a horizontal stacks. To them we call a database, and such database which contains relational table are called relational database management system. But the package which deals with RDBMS is usually, have you heard MySQL? MySQL Server, Oracle, Postgres. Have you heard these names?
Yes, yes.
Yes. So they are the server which maintain structural arrangement, structural architecture of the database, which in turn means you have structured table kept in a stack. It could be vertical, horizontal, or both, and managed by these, at least these three. There are more which used to have a structured relational database, means which deals in RDBMS. There are databases which do not go for relational database management system. For them, we can say the data would be highly unstructured or semi-structured. Semi-structured. What do I mean with unstructured and semi-structured? See, unstructured data means the data is either kept either in a key value pair or in a document form, just occurring like anything. If I give an example to unstructured data, it also suggests that unstructured means there is no structure at all, there is no relationship. Are you able to connect the bits and pieces of things? Unstructured, no relationship, kept haywire like anywhere. So the type of data I'm asking about, the type of data in an unstructured format would be, say, image kept along with, say, video. Say there are certain speeches which are kept, speech, audio, must I call it audio file which you listen. Say some text is kept, say some number is, numeric data is also there. Means every type of data is kept at a place. So would you be able to correlate every haywire data collected from multiple sources? Can you, is it easier task to correlate certain data which comes from multiple sources? Yes or no? Give me the plausible answer.
No, not so easy.
Not so easy. Say I say something, you are listening to certain YouTube video, then people are also doing WhatsApp chat, and yes or no? Then say suppose your wife must be working over in the kitchen and she might be making her your daughter or son a good person, a good citizen of the country, means giving the values. So see, such a input, such a data is very highly unstructured. Similarly, and the formats are that I discussed here: image, video, speech, audio, text, numeric, or whatever it could be. It could be transactional data, it could be analytical data, means they are the forms of data. So for them, either unstructured or semi-structured means there are certain structures but kept along with unstructured. So semi-structured and unstructured data are to be dealt by NoSQL database. Have you heard this term before? NoSQL? Any one of you? Sanesh, Kailashi, Jain, Mathaji, Mohammad Zafar?
No.
No. Betsy?
Yes.
Okay.
No, sir, no. I didn't.
No, fine. No worries. It's okay. Every time we learn something for the first time. So, see, when I heard the firstly, the NoSQL, so I thought that, okay, SQL is not required, means it is not SQL. I thought like that. But yes, it is not so. NoSQL doesn't mean that it does not require SQL, because any database requires SQL. But the thing is, it says, how to remember it, that's the abbreviation I'm giving to you. It says not only SQL. What a beautiful line. Not only SQL. It means SQL is anyways handling the structured data set or structured architecture of the data, whereby NoSQL along with this is also handling unstructured data. So in the world, you will necessarily find unstructured data or semi-structured data, out of which things are made to be complied to RDBMS or Relational Database Management System. There are people who are working hard to manage the system, to manage the database, and to let the tabular structure get preserved. So such understanding, such information regarding the database management system is required to all of you. Okay. Okay. Betsy has also heard. Good, Betsy. It seems you are progressing in life. Then there are things which say deals in SQL. I'll be giving very refined overview today because today is an introduction. So right from the next class, if you wish, I will start giving you the commands for SQL, like in the initial, Sanesh told, select, from, where, insert. Likewise, we will go for command by command.
So we need to
Right
install
now, if I
SQL
say
Server.
SQL supports, yes, Anish, I will share the video where you will be given handouts that how to install the MySQL server. Can you see at the taskbar? This is the dolphin sign. Can you see it?
This. Okay, okay.
So this is the MySQL server.
Okay,
So
okay.
if I keep on sitting to install the MySQL server, it will create a mess because more than 25 people installing at the same time, and I'm the only guy to answer. Can you understand my situation?
Okay, okay.
So, yes. So you have to install MySQL. So let me write here, install MySQL, and I'll provide with the YouTube link that yes, where from MySQL could be installed. But right today, I'll discuss what are the things SQL handles about. First is we call data manipulating language. Data manipulating language means SQL is also manipulating the data. And in short, we call it DML. I think these terms, if you would have heard somewhere. Second is we call data definition language. Means you need to define, you are defining the data. So we call it DDL. Now do not consider it as a sub form of DDLJ, like in Hindi movie Dilwale Dulhaniya Le Jayenge. So you might get that answer from your subconscious. It is not DDLJ, it is simple DDL, data definition language. Third, would anybody would like to contribute? That what could be the third thing? Anybody? Sanesh, if you could. Fazli want to say something, but no, he is busy with the family. Data query language.
Yes.
So we call it DQL. So see, these many roles are being played by SQL. And as I call it, say, suppose if I use a different color, say like this. So say DQL. This DQL, there's a only one command we call select. Select. This is the command which is used to fetch the data, either everything or filtered thing from the table which is stored in a database. And data definition language means, say, okay, what this is also a color. Let me check. DDL means you are defining something, creating something. So there are terms called create. I think it's not giving a good impression. So let us go for general colors. Create. Okay. Then means it is creating. And what it is creating? It is creating a database.
Here table.
It is also creating the table. Yes, it is also creating the table. Then we also have things which says delete the things. Delete. Like dropping the table, dropping the database. We actually do not drop the database, we delete the database. Dropping the database has no concern. So deleting the things. Then we also go for truncate. Any difference between truncate and delete from your past experience or knowledge? Anybody? say, if I say I have a table and I want to delete it, and sometimes I say I want to truncate it. Any literal meaning? Can you give a guess?
Truncate means shortening. Delete means completely remove.
Okay, Jan Mathai ji is saying delete means complete removal. Let me write it. Complete removal. Okay, so there are two types of removal, Genji. One is you are removing the data and removing the table itself. What do you mean to answer? Are you removing the data or are you removing the table itself?
Data.
Data. Okay. Means table would be there. Okay. So see, this is not the case. Yes, yes, please. You wanted to say something?
Truncate means to make something short.
It is the English meaning, truncate, to make something short. In SQL, deleting means, yes, the answer was complete removal, but the complete removal of the table, not the data. Whereby, mind it, the truncate means also complete removal, but it says complete removal of the data. Have you understood the difference between the two?
Okay, yes, understood. Thank you.
Say suppose while doing the delete operation, there would be no table left. No table left. The memory would be cleaned. But if you truncate a table, the table would be there, but an empty table would be there. Am I understood?
Yeah.
This is the meaning. The meaning is correct. See, the English meaning is always correct. Truncating means you have shortened. What you have shortened? You have removed the part of the memory which was occupied.
Yes, sir.
So this is the meaning. Okay, thank you. I think Kailash, you must be having good time now. Are you getting understood the things? Because it's the first class. Most of the time I used to
Yeah,
have
just
first class people.
yes, just interesting. Yeah, okay.
Okay.
Maybe next session I will get more idea, but it's okay. I'm getting into it.
Yeah, at least the thing is you are feeling motivated, at least encouraged.
Yes,
Okay, these
definitely.
are things, how simple they are. But nobody has explained. Like, see, we are data manipulating language. If I take it here, DML, manipulation. Always, first of all, you write what the thing is doing. Manipulation means something is there, you have to manipulate, change it, edit it, update it. Like if I say, if you manipulate yourself. So see, in a common language, manipulation is considered a negative word, but it is not, because people use manipulation in a negative sense. So it usually majority has come in a negative persona. It carries negative persona, but it is not. Manipulation has a very simple meaning, that you are modulating with the thing, modulating, or you are doing certain alteration with whatever is existing. This is the meaning of manipulation. So what type of manipulation are recommended in SQL? One basic manipulation is you have to say insert into, or must I say don't go for insert into, because I truly consider the DDL to be one of the command is insert into, because you are creating certain thing, as Sanesh told, inserting the thing. So when we write command insert into, we are saying insert into the table. Means we are creating we are in the process of creating the table. We have not yet created the table. This is the meaning. So when I say DML manipulation, so it means there is a table. To this table, you can update, you can modify, you can say add the column, add columns. You may alter the table. Okay. So these are a few manipulation command. We never say syntax. We always say these are command. Because see, SQL is declarative language. Declare this has to be done. You are not giving syntax to it. You are giving command to it. Update this table via this thing. Similarly. So have you found it useful? How to manipulate? What are the manipulating commands? What are the creation command? And how to actually see that what could be the thing. Say if I give you a normal, very simple query, we won't call it a program now, we will call it a query. Generate a query. Means you have to ask the database, do this for me. But you should ask in a correct form as the chat GPT. How you ask, so you get. If you ask a very refined way, the GPT is a boon to you. But if you don't know what to ask to chat GPT, you are not using the power of it. Similarly, the SQL, you ask the query. Whenever you say select, suppose there is a table which employee. So you will say select. What to select? Select everything, whatever is in the table. I want to see what is there in the table. Select star. We purposely put star, select star. Okay, select everything. Where from should I select? So from table. You write from is the command and table name. Directly give table name. So we'll write from employee. Even if you give these two commands, they are complete in itself. Yes, believe me, it's complete in itself. Provided you must be using the same database inside the database. So by the next class, I will be displaying everything to you that how does the MySQL looks like, because you should be able to do it along with me. There are other commands also, which we also say, suppose if I want to see everything based upon the filter, I would also write where clause. We call it a clause, where, like a command, if else condition. If you find the green signal in a traffic light, move. If you find a red signal, stop. It is a indication to do certain. So here the where is setting the condition. So where, if I say age greater than 34, suppose if I say, so select everything in a table employee where age is greater than 34. So the display which is being given will contain the entries of the rows for all the columns having age greater than 34. Interesting or no, guys?
Yes.
So be ready, be exciteful, and do come in the next class so that we could continue with the dual part. There are other things. Let me give a very handsome review name to them. There are called order by things. There we also have certain things called group by, like we have also done in Python. There are clause called having. So multiple things to be learned. So this is a very fundamental. SQL is a very big ocean. So we will go, I won't say drop by drop, but we can go, say, mug by mug. We will take certain go ahead. And the real learning of SQL happens by doing. It won't happen by only imagining. So, okay. If I give you a simple, okay, right today the time won't allow me, but say this is how I'll show you. This is how our MySQL looks like if it opens within a stipulated time. Okay, can you see? This is how the MySQL looks like. So whenever you install MySQL, it should look like welcome to MySQL Workbench. And sooner I give this, it will ask me for the password. Say if I remember the password, I'll put it over here. Say it has opened the MySQL. Can you see? These are the queries written. Fine. These are the databases. So I'll make you aware about it. So previously, this is called schema. Administration says server status. This is how the server look like. MySQL server with the dolphin image. So it says, okay, this is the running server status. 37% of the CPU memory is being used. 58%. Oh my God. So this is how we can see whether we are directly connected to the server or no. If those of you who have worked with server could understand, those who have not will try to understand in the upcoming classes. Fine. So
Okay, sir, fine.
yes, thank you so much. So please come to your webcam. Let's take a beautiful selfie with all of you to make this night more beautiful. Yes. Sanesh, you put a comb. I always ask. Sanesh, are you married?
Yes, yes.
Really?
I have one children also.
Oh my God. Good. It was my presumption that Sanesh is not married.
No.
Okay. Sajid ji, please take care while driving because you are driving, I think. So do look forward, not at me. Just thumbs up. Let me take the print screen. Thank you so much, guys. Have a good day ahead. Enjoy the life. And I hope today you must have learned. Could have added value to your life.
Sure, sure. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Sir,
Thank
when
you.
we will
Thank you.
install this one next week?
Yes, I will provide the YouTube link such that it would guide you how to install, and do come in the class after installation.
Okay, okay. Oh.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. Take
Okay,
care.
okay.
Bye bye.
Okay.
Kailash ji, don't worry. You
Bye bye.
will learn.
Okay, bye bye. See you.
Bye. See you. You too. Bye.